So earlier this year, I worked a job at Sassy Magic, New Orleans. I worked as a reader, and then I worked as an employee for about 3 months to get them through the holidays. I was ready to quit on day one, but I didn't want to for the burden to fall on my fellow workers. Now, thing you got to understand about Uncle Birch, I come from a long line of union organizers. If you look up my name under my profile, my actual name, and look up that name in connection with the Teamsters, you're going to see that my father was the Secretary Treasurer of the Teamsters for several years, which is actually higher than the president. And the president gets voted out every couple of years. The Secretary Treasurer stays there for fucking ever and has all the real power. My father taught me that way back in the way back. My mom was a union organizer. My dad was a union organizer. My brother is still a union organizer to this day. So I am a working class man. I will back the working class. The working class and the employing class have nothing in common. I am a wobbly. I'm a member of the IWW to this day. I will strongly defend the workers at all times. Now, I may have some old videos there that seem like I am supportive of Sassy Magic New Orleans, and I want to make sure, I'll go back and look for those videos and try and pull them all. But in case I ever gave you the impression that you should come here to New Orleans and shop at Sassy Magic, I want to pull my support of Sassy Magic at this time. Make sure it's pulled on all levels. It's been pulled on Facebook. That's clear now. I'll pull it over here because I did a lot of videos over here when I was working at Sassy Magic. Of all the abysmal employer issues that I saw while being behind the curtain of Sassy Magic, in addition to many illegal activities, the treatment of the workers was the worst. There was a woman, Marissa, who it was around Christmas, and she had to go to the emergency room. And she ended up having to go to the emergency room 3 times. And then after the 3rd time, she was going to have a real serious surgery. But before the 3rd time, word had come down the pike from the owners of Sassy Magic to the management of Sassy Magic, who I really felt for because he was taking all of the brunt of Sassy Magic's problems, for him to fire her. And it's lucky that Sassy Magic didn't do that because that's illegal. You can't fire somebody for having an emergency medical problem. And that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to fire her for having to go to the emergency room 3 times and then ultimately having to have surgery because whatever her problem was that fucking serious. That's what I saw at Sassy Magic that led to me having the beliefs that I have now, where anything that I ever said that sounded supportive of Sassy Magic, delete it. It doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. I know I know one of their readers that doesn't make enough money to pay for his Uber most days. The readers sit there for over 8 hours. One of the shops, 10 hours a day. And the people that run the shop haven't done the work to make reading a big enough deal to support their readers. So you got somebody that's like, they can't afford their Uber to get to work because they're not making enough money from the readings. Now, really, in New Orleans, there should be a change. There should be some sort of base pay for readers. And a couple people have talked about organizing a union, and a couple people approached me because I come from a family of union organizers to help organize that. as I have other friends that have readers that are well paid and do well, but are not under that system where they get a base level pay. I have not entered that union organizing drive. But that union organizing drive happened because of the situation at Sassy Magic. And you can fucking threaten me and sue me. I will testify all day, every day to what I saw. I am a priest of Hecate. I will not lie on the witness stand. I will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and that might fucking bite you in the ass. So don't fuck with me. So, as I alluded to earlier, I have other stuff going on here, IRL, in New Orleans. For some reason, the witch wars everywhere have just escalated, even though we have Christian nationalism hanging in the wings, waiting to take us all over and put us all into camps. We're all fighting amongst ourselves, but here it is, goes on here in New Orleans. So, uh, to clarify my point, for all of the social media that's wondering what the hell is going on with that, I back the workers, whether they be the clerks or the readers. I back the working class. The working class and the employing class have nothing in common. A struggle must go on between these two classes until the workers of the world organize as a class, take possession of the machinery of production, live in harmony with the earth, and abolish the wage system. That is the preamble to the Constitution of the industrial workers of the world. And that I am still a wobbly to this day. I will always defend the workers. So basically, anything that you saw that made you think that Uncle Birch was supporting Sassy Magic in any way, the readings, the workings, the product line is out the window. It's a bunch of crap. You will not elevate your practice at Sassy Magic. You will buy a bunch of useless crap. Some keychains, some magnets, and some crap. There's a little aisle in the back of the room where you can find some cauldrons, some incense, some craft shit. But anytime I came in there, or I went in there and somebody had an actual spell that they needed to do, I could not find the products within the store to complete the spell. That's not a magic shop. That's a gift shop. And it's not going to elevate your practice. Now, those of you that saw that and are pissed at me, truth is truth, and I do not lie. Uncle Birch, out.